freedom was never free, it was financed. And the bill is still being paid. The age of gold ended, but control had to continue. So they built a new system, invisible, silent, voluntary. They called it credit. But in truth, it was a softer kind of slavery. The shackles weren't made of iron anymore. They were made of interest. A new promise was sold, live now, pay later. The illusion of wealth without waiting. It started as convenience. It became dependence. Every card swipe was a quiet contract. Every loan a silent surrender. The banks didn't need to chain your hands, they just needed your signature. The machine was perfect. It didn't punish, it rewarded. It made people chase the very thing that owned them. They called it opportunity. Work, earn, spend, borrow, repeat. The circle of control disguised as progress. The credit score replaced the moral score. Trust wasn't about character. It was about compliance. The moment you owed, you obeyed. That's how they built an obedient society. Debt became a virtue. Overspending became culture. Entire nations began to live like individuals. Borrow today, collapse tomorrow. Every boom was a loan in disguise. Every crisis was an unpaid bill. Politicians promised growth, but growth was just another word for borrowing more. They said debt drives the economy, but it only drives control. The more people owed, the harder they worked. The harder they worked, the richer the lenders became. It was the perfect loop, a game where losing felt like winning. Debt fueled wars, corporations, and dreams. It also built prisons with invisible bars. Everyone was in debt, nations, banks, families, but no one ever asked, to whom? If every country owes money, who is the real creditor of the world? Maybe it's not a country. Maybe it's a system without a face. The IMF, the World Bank, the rating agencies, the architects of the invisible empire. They lend with one hand and dictate with the other. And every loan is a leash. Economies bend, policies change, leaders comply. All in the name of stability. The poor stay hopeful, the rich stay hidden. The system doesn't need violence anymore. It just needs signatures and screens. We've been taught to worship credit scores, not realizing their modern chains. Buy now, pay later, lie owing forever. That's the silent motto of the age. The word credit comes from credere, to believe. But belief can be the most powerful prison of all. People believe they're free because they can buy. But ownership without payment is illusion. The world doesn't trade in gold anymore. It trades in promises. And promises are infinite until belief runs out. When the belief ends, the system collapses. Just like every empire built on trust before it. The debt machine never stops. It just changes form. Credit cards, mortgages, student loans, all feeding the same invisible beast. We don't own money anymore. Money owns us. And that's how freedom was sold, one loan at a time.